Hey, deserving listeners, sister wives, let's watch.
He doesn't have to take it literally.
Or answering the rhetorical question. You don't have to answer the rhetorical question.
Something that I don't really get excited about with Kody is sometimes I'll say, okay, so what happened with this situation? And he's like, oh, I don't even know.
I was just going to say that. Oh, I don't even know. You got to have the even in there. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Okay.
So they are answering questions from the viewers. And one of the questions was, what do you like and dislike about each other? Something like that. And Kody changed it to, how about I say what I love about each of the sister wives, and all the sister wives will say one thing they don't like about me. So it was gracious for him to do that. But it's also a bit infantilizing. I wonder if for Kody, he knows that when people view the situation, they would think that Kody is being treated in a special way, and so he tries to demote himself in that situation. I don't know. Or he's just a nice person. But, of course, Kody deserves to have complaints and to voice those. But maybe because it's a public forum, he just doesn't. Or he is often given the forum as a privilege when they don't. So I don't know. But they are, I think, saying right now, they're kind of agreeing that some of the time when they alert Kody to something, he avoids by saying, oh, I don't know about that. And you can imagine that being both understandable and and something that someone in his position might resort to unfairly. On some level, he only is around some of the time, and there's only so many brain cells he has, right? So if each of the sister wives expect him to know everything that he should know if they were just together without any other sister wives, that's unreasonable. And so he might be like, there's no way I'm going to keep track of every little detail in every single family. On the other hand, you could see someone in his position, especially a highly patriarchal system, where he's like, I don't want to be concerned about that. That has to do with the kids or whatever. And so I'm just going to throw my hands up and say, polygamist privilege, I don't know, and don't ask me, and don't involve me, and figure it out on your own. Don't ask me for support, or I'm not even going to listen to this. It kind of sounds like that's what they're saying.
I think that he should compliment us more. That's what I have to say.
Okay, so Christine has a complaint that she thinks that he should compliment them more, all of them. I think she's primarily talking about herself. So this is in line with the vibe or the conceptualization of her personality that I've been building. Of course, I can't know her personality really, based on a reality TV show that's been edited heavily. But it's in line with other things that I've seen where it seems like Christine, whatever label we put to it, on the pro side, I think she is very interested and has high standards about her relationship with Kody. She wants it to be close. She wants it to be meaningful. She wants it to be real. That's a pro, right? That says that she is, because like in contrast to Janelle, seemingly, it seems like Janelle could she could take it or leave it when it comes to Kody. Like she doesn't seem, but that's just on camera. Who knows? But I think Christine has, maybe we would just call it like high standards / high maintenance. And I think on the pro side, if someone is like that with you, they really want your relationship to be good and they think about you a lot. That should be flattering, right, on some level. On the other hand, the downside to this is that you might need too much attention. You might need too many indications of love and affection and being complimented. That's how I'm conceptualizing it.
Hey, baby.
That doesn't work after
You're
I
making
just
that
said more
shirt work. You are killing us, me at
You
least,
are
with that
making
shirt.
that shirt work. I like that shirt.
When Christine pushes me for a compliment, I go into robot mode. You're so beautiful. I love you with all my heart.
Okay, so that sounds like an ongoing complaint, and maybe this is all fun and games and it's all light and it's just part of what it's like to be in an ongoing relationship, or this is a deeper problem, or Christine needs too much reassurance. I don't know. But this is in line with a lot of other things in terms of Christine being the third, feeling, I think, like she is more special than the other sister wives. She hasn't said that directly, but there seems to be some indication that might have been true. And then it sounds like there's an ongoing joke where Kody will act like a robot as a way of passively saying, so you just want me to say it? Well, then fine, I'll just say it. There's a little bit of hostility there. Could be a lot of hostility. Maybe he makes up for it by saying, I'm joking, I totally, I don't know. They seem to be talking in a light manner about it. Yeah, I don't know. At the very least, they're talking about it now, which is good.
It works kind of, I admit it, because
it's kind
you're
of a fun joke between
pacifying
them.
me.
Okay, so what's your favorite personality trait of each of us?
Favorite personality trait of each of you?
After we just
Let's go in order.
So consistent with her role, and I think personality, Mary is more the accommodator. She is saying, well, what do you like about us after we just blasted you? I can't imagine Christine saying that, or Janelle, maybe Robin, but it's interesting after watching. I'm sure you've known this if you've watched the show, but for me, I only get these little snippets into their personality and their relationship, and I'm starting to go, okay, that's Mary's role.
What I love about Mary is that she's very organized and that she's very neat in her living.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good compliment, but I'm guessing that Mary isn't like, that's the thing that you think of when you think of me, that I'm organized. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. So it's that time of year again. It's September, back to school, time to learn new things. And if you're a fan of this podcast, then I'm guessing you like to learn new things. But you might find that although you've learned a lot, you have a hard time applying this knowledge to better your life. This can be frustrating, you might know why you have a particular psychological issue, but you don't know how to use that knowledge to work on the issue. Well, that's where therapy comes in. A therapist can help you see how this knowledge applies to you specifically. And therapy also just gives you the time to focus on yourself outside of daily stressors. Well, one place you can find a therapist is at BetterHelp. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, it's definitely worth checking out BetterHelp. So rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Kirk today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Kirk.
One of the things I really like about Janelle is that she's very sweet and easy about things that we're involved in. One of the things that I like about Chris.
Sweet and easy. Sweet and easy. So that could either mean that they have a really great relationship and that she is just really compatible. I've had a lot of clients who have struggled with dating and finding the right one and, having long-term relationships that doesn't work out. And the thing that I've learned, and it's not always true, but often the kinds of, people will come to me having just broken up with someone or just been through a divorce, and there can be a frequent narrative for people where they look back on all their relationships and they just see constant conflict, frequent conflict and incompatibility and issues. It's always it requires a lot of work. And of course, people will say a good marriage requires work, and all that's true. But a lot of times what I'll find is that down the line, if they do finally meet the one, if you will, that, yeah, there's work, but it's much less work. and it doesn't mean that the relationship is, distant or not real or something. Sometimes people will interpret it that way. It just means that there's much less friction just because of the way the two of you come together. Now, with a previous relationship with a lot of friction, you might also very much love each other. But one way of looking at it, and not every situation, but an optimal configuration is you're very much in love, and the way you come together just doesn't naturally cause friction. There's just not a lot of opportunity for that. Now, sometimes when you see that, what's really happening is that people are just being distant and they're not getting close enough to have those opportunities for friction. But so I don't know what we're hearing about Janelle. Are we hearing distance, or are we just hearing compatibility? I don't know. The way she presents in front of the camera is to not be very communicative. She's not very talkative, which could just be that she's just on the quieter side comparatively. That's how I am. When I'm in groups of people, I tend to, default to the back seat, to be more reserved, depending, of course. Especially if there are other people who seemingly really like to take up verbal space. I'm just like, okay, well, they want to do that. I'm all for it, Everyone wins. I don't have to take up space, and I don't mind being the reserved one. You like taking up space, so it's a win-win. Or are we seeing a situation where Janelle is generally checked out and generally distant, shut down, and Kody interprets that as like, okay, when I show up at her house, at the very least, there's no friction. I don't know.
About Janelle is that she's very sweet and easy about things that we're involved in. One of the things that I like about Christine is that she's light. It's very easy to enjoy life with her. And one of the things that I like about Robin,
it's very easy to enjoy life with. Yeah, I wonder if he's just being nice right now, because he kind of said the same thing about Christine and Janelle. Maybe it is. But if I were Mary, I'd be like, wait, so you like the things are sweet and easy and light, but me, I have an organized house.
Is her kindness and her ability to forgive.
Okay, he likes Robin for her kindness and her ability to forgive. Okay, that's good. I also wonder if Kody is actually saying about the Mary thing of, when I go to Mary's house, there's only one kid, and that kid is almost graduated from high school. So the vibe is so much calmer. And consciously he registers that as organized and clean, but really it's just a break from the chaos of having kids that he appreciates, which, okay. But how about a compliment for Mary and her personality?
Aww. I think those three were all personality, and mine was about physical, about how.
Okay, that is good. So I figured that it would hurt her, and I didn't think she would say anything. I thought she would accommodate. So she's saying something, and that's good.
I keep my house clean, but I'm glad you think my house is clean.
If we didn't have Mary's organizational skills, we would, well, heaven help us.
So that was edited. I'm guessing that Kody said something nice to her, and maybe he will in the edit. But I will also say that she softened the blow by saying, by laughing, and that's good. When delivering those kinds of communications with someone that you love, that you want to have it work out with, if you can soften it, depending, right? You don't want to soften it out of existence, but having those kinds of little flourishes is a sign of good communication skills, of differentiation, of health in a relationship. We actually study this. We will watch couples and code their behaviors, and one of the markers of the likelihood of a marriage working out is having these kinds of flourishes. Like, she even touched him, like, oh, but the essence is she's saying, I'm hurt. Now, you could argue that she's overdoing it, and she's downplaying it to such an extent that it's not properly being emphasized to him.
That bag right there. See if there's a couple of bags like that.
Mary is the detail girl. She'll definitely organize it and do it well.
Yeah, I'm the Mary. when I am the one who organizes, unless, I mean, some people are really good at it as well or better than me, and I'm happy to defer, but if there isn't someone around that'll do it, then I can't not do it. I also am very organized in my house. Stacy's very organized too. It's kind of weird. Like usually in a relationship, there's an organized, clean person and then someone who's not so much, and there's usually a noticeable difference. Stacy and I have almost the identical sense of cleanliness and organization. We're also very concerned about being on time. Like so conscientiousness is the trait.
We need to get all the rest of Robin's stuff in. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Without Mary, we'd probably still be packing to move to Las Vegas.
Okay, this is from Shannon. She says,
All right, so we never heard Kody say anything nice about her personality. I'm guessing that happened. I hope it happened. All right, well, that does it for that episode. Everyone out there, please take care of yourself. Truly, think about it, because you deserve it. You really, really do.